Hi, I'm Tina D'Ambrosi. Welcome to Delicious and Light. So tomorrow we're going to watch some football games at a friend's house, and we're going to be smoking a bunch of meats. So I told them I'd make some sides, and one of the sides that I'm going to make is super easy. You could do this in the middle of the week. We're going to be making roasted Brussels sprouts with smoked ham, and it's going to be glazed in an apple type of glaze with maple syrup and apple jelly. So basically all I'm doing now is I'm heating up water until it comes to a boil, and I'm just preparing my Brussels sprouts. So what I want to do is cut the ends off, cut them in half, and then if you see some outer leaves that don't look so good, you could just peel them off and put them to the side. So I started these already, and this is 2 pounds of Brussels sprouts. You also, at this early stage, what you want to do is preheat your oven to 425. So 2 pounds of Brussels sprouts will serve about 6 people, and the wonderful thing about Brussels sprouts is that they're super healthy, and when you roast them in the oven, they get super tender and delicious. So what we're going to do is just parboil them first, and then we're going to put them on a roasting pan and let them roast for 20 to 30 minutes. So I'm just getting the ends off of here, getting any stray outer leaves off, and then just popping them in this pot to put them in the boiling water when it comes to a boil. So on top of the 2 pounds of Brussels sprouts, I have about 6 ounces of smoked ham. You can find this ham in the meat section of any grocery store. In my grocery store, it's across from where they sell the raw meats. They'll sell like smoked turkey, smoked hams, those types of things. Or it could be near the deli department. And if you can't find a smoked ham pre-wrapped, what you could do is go to the deli department and just ask them for as much ham as you need, a pound, a half a pound, whatever it is you need, and tell them not to slice it, and they'll just cut a piece off of the cured or smoked ham that they already have and give it to you in one big piece if you'd like. So I'm just cutting these into small, basically dicing the ham. And my water's starting to come to a boil. So what I will do is just pop these in here. I'm going to put the lid on them and just let them parboil for about a minute. I'll get my ham ready, and I'll just cut that into small cubes. And then what we'll do here is, once the Brussels sprouts have cooked for a minute or so, we're going to put them in our roasting pan, and then we'll use this same pan to just cook up the smoked ham. So we're just going to wait for this to come to a boil. And just as a reminder, this recipe you can find on deliciouslight.com. This is a recipe I had done years ago, and it's always been a winner with my family, so much so that my son and my husband used to fight over the last Brussels sprout. So this is a tried and true recipe that I've been using a lot. Also, please follow us on Facebook and on YouTube so that whenever any new videos come up, we'll let you know. So I'm just going to let this boil for a minute, and I'll be right back. All right, we're back. So this has been steaming for about a minute, and you'll see the Brussels sprouts will not be done yet. They're a nice bright green color though. We're just going to put this onto the roasting pan. The most important thing to know about roasting pans, about roasting any vegetables, is that they have to be on a single sheet. You do not want them, you don't want to clutter your roasting pan, because if you do, then they won't roast properly, and you want them to get nice and browned, and all the sugars come out on them and they get nice and crispy. Otherwise, if they're not in a single layer, that won't happen. So you just want to I'm using a slotted spoon, or if you could just drain the water, you don't want any water in there. We're just going to add this in, and then I'm just going to lightly salt these just for a little bit of flavor. And we're going to put these in the oven anywhere between 20 and 30 minutes. And I like to put them on the top shelf. I feel as though it gets they brown better that way. All right, and then we're just gonna get rid of the water in this pan and use the exact same pan to cook up the smoked ham. So I'm just gonna come over here, get rid of the water, turn this back on. Turn that back on and put a little spray in there and add the ham. I'm just going to saute that. And just as a side note, this program is being supported by Apex Nova. We do a 2-week character education and fitness event-based fundraising program for elementary schools, as well as we do fundraising programs for groups, teams, schools, anybody who needs any fundraising needs. So these are going to saute up for a couple minutes, I would say 3 to 5 minutes, just until the ham is nice and browned, and then we're just going to put it back in there. I will see you soon. All right, buzzer just went off. And looking at the Brussels sprouts, they are nicely browned and roasted, so they're ready to go. So, super simple. All you want to do is take out them from the pan. Just in case you haven't watched any of my other videos, aluminum foil never gets hot, so you're safe to touch the aluminum foil so long as you don't touch the pan. I just added those into the ham, and then really simple. You just take 2 tablespoons of apple jelly and maple syrup, which is a little sticky. Put that in the microwave for about 15 seconds. All you want to do is heat it up a little bit so you can stir it around. So we'll pop it in for 15 seconds. Once that gets warm, it'll be easy to stir. We put it in the Brussels sprouts and we mix it up. Now, since I'm using this for tomorrow, all I'm going to do is microwave the Brussels sprouts for maybe a minute or 2. This recipe, honestly, is best served by cooking it and serving it the same night, but we're in a situation where we're going over our friend's house tomorrow and I'm trying to get ready so that I don't have to worry about it tomorrow. All right, 15 seconds in the microwave was not quite enough. So what you want to do is start with 15 seconds and then just do 10-second increments. So let's try another 10 seconds in this. We'll see how that works out after 10 seconds. You know, you never know. If you have a hot microwave, it may just take 15 seconds. If you have a microwave that's not as powerful, it may take as much as 30 seconds. It's hard to tell. So let's see. This looks like it'll work out good. So you just stir this around. Add it to your Brussels sprouts. Oh, there's a little bit more syrup in there. Toss it and serve it hot. And it's as easy as that. This is going to be sweet and savory at the same time. And I guarantee you it's a crowd pleaser and it's a great way for kids to eat vegetables. I'm just going to try one of these little guys here. See how this tastes. Make sure it's right. I don't want to serve my friends bad food. Delicious. The saltiness from the ham and the sweetness from the maple syrup and the apple jelly just make it a perfect combination. And there you go. Until next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.